You mentioned last week that I said that I could knock loads of people out. Roll the clip,
It got
son.
to the point where every single night out I'd go on, like people would start at me and keep on. I'd start knocking them out. And bam, bam. And
Oh, no. No, that's so embarrassing.
So what was it?
Oh, no.
Were you
Welcome, my friend. I love you. This is Theo. Have you ever met him before?
Skater boy.
He's still got the My Maths hat on. Mate, people loved it. That should be your merch because it's like Malfoy, right?
Yeah.
Malfoy, but also My Maths because that's what you go on.
That's my physio move.
Move.
Yeah. And you blend in with the background today. Show everyone your football shirt today.
Yeah, got butter. I like butter.
He looks gorgeous. And then our friend Luke
And this new knitted jumper.
copied my haircut.
I would actually just like to say, someone DM me saying like you've copied Weller.
You have.
It looks,
actually what you done.
I actually think it looks gorgeous.
It's very curtainy.
I did have it last year. It is curtains.
Why did you bring the curtains back?
I just want
Because
longer.
you wanted to be your idol, Joe.
He is not my idol. Just
Why wouldn't I be?
no, I respect you a lot.
What is it? Do you actively not?
Did you when you got on the train together? Did you like?
A little bit.
Do I actively?
I don't know. Do you like the idea? If someone said, "Oh, you're a bit like Joe,"
No.
is that like an insult
Luke,
to you?
Luke, I don't want to be that guy, but me and Weller have talked about this behind your back a little bit.
What? I'm a little bit like Weller.
Like, well, you copy his haircut. You then go to the gym when he goes to the gym. Like he started playing football,
Yeah.
you now suddenly play football again.
And you're wearing Christmas jumpers now that I've started wearing them.
Yeah, you probably got sweat patches as well.
Yeah, you. Yeah, mate.
High five him.
How does it
five?
feel? Come on, give it to me.
No, the other left.
Give it
arm.
to me now.
High five his left hand.
Thank you. Well, something that he hasn't done. Wait, what?
Weird intro.
Something that he hasn't done.
You sweating a lot?
Oh, okay, one sec. Let's get this out of the way. Am I sweating?
No,
How do you
left arm.
sweat? That's a.
I'm not
pretty thick
sweating.
jumper. You are.
Lift it up there.
I'm not sweating,
Lift
everyone.
your left
What
arm
is this
up.
new dad look that you're going for? By the way, I know we discussed
right.
it last week, but you've kept up with it.
All right, let's cut to the wide, right? So, as you can see,
Fucking hell.
right, PE teacher, dork, and then we've got respectable gentleman.
Triangle.
I feel comfortable. It's it's very wintry.
Don't tell me you have your belt on.
I have my belt on. Obviously, I have my belt on because otherwise my trousers fall down. So I have
And
to
you still
wear
wear
it.
skinny jeans.
I'm not wearing skinny jeans.
Yeah, you are.
No, mate, these are just gentleman's jeans. Because I'm a gentleman.
My thighs are so big.
Right? And as a gentleman, I made a TikTok this week. I actually did it yesterday, and I've got whiplash as a result. Malfoy, I'm going to show you a photo, and then you're going to guess what it is, all right? Mate, 3, 2, 1.
You finally getting everything you've wanted. Elliot, come here. Daddy's here.
No. As you can
Finally,
see...
I can have sex with you.
What?
Well,
You're just not even funny.
It's funny because I've actually got a screenshot of you two together as well.
What have you...
What is this though?
You're just two 30-year-old lads doing
not
WWE moves on each other.
Wait,
You are 30.
I'm 28.
Yeah, but you're all right. Fine, you're two 20. Oh, it makes it so much better.
Listen.
Two 28-year-old lads, just two
You
guys.
spent 3 hours in your living room on a Wednesday afternoon, like two jobless bums doing
Whoa.
WWE moves on each other in your pajamas for whatever reason, because there's no way he turned up to your house like that.
Sorry, I don't know who the fuck you are. fucking pipe it up. First time you said anything in about 5 weeks.
Is he wearing the t-shirt you're wearing?
No. We don't share clothes.
You got matching t-shirts.
No, we don't.
You let him borrow your pajamas, mate. But he's not even wearing boxers. When you're in that
No,
position, his
his
cocks
trousers kept falling down. No, they didn't because he didn't have the drawstring.
Mate, whatever you and Elliot get up to is your provocative.
No, but listen, let me actually take this more nice. So, I was like, I'm going to make a TikTok, right? And no, because I thought, you know what, mate, right? Everything that I enjoy doing, I've already done before, I think.
So you do it again.
So, I thought, all I watch on either TikTok or on Instagram. Listen to me! All I watch is wrestling stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a Christmas-themed wrestling TikTok.
My best friend Elliot.
I just don't know why me and Elliot can't have fun making wrestling videos. Why can't we? Why is it gay? It's not. It's not gay. What? Malfoy.
It hurts.
Look at what you dress like this. So therefore, I'm not the gay one just because we made this and this was the concept, all right? POV, your cousin.
Sounds like a porno.
Wait for it, I haven't finished. Your cousin comes over at Christmas.
And accidentally gets bummed.
Oh no, what have I done? I just thought it was harmless. I thought it was really relatable.
So relatable. You know when your cousin comes over and you do like naked WWE together? What the
Mate,
fuck?
I didn't shag him, but it was funny. And I thought it was just, everyone would watch it and think this is quite relatable.
So relatable.
I didn't think through if we're both in pajamas. It looks a bit questionable, but it does. And some of the moves are a bit hands-on.
Very. His cock's literally in your face.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But it's a Batista bomb. How else are you going to do it?
Did you actually land on him in that video?
Yes, that's a swanton bomb. And I did it on him. Look at the height I got, mate.
He's just lying there like,
Mate, and we had some injuries. Like, they're not all fun and games.
yeah, obviously, mate, you're jumping on him from 4 foot in the air.
What do you mean 4 foot? That's about 6'5".
No, it's not.
And I jumped off of the sofa. Would you think it's really sad and pathetic?
It's pathetic.
I just thought it would be a good
I just
idea.
wish there was like a little like camera in the room just recording you two playing WWE moves together on the sofa.
What do you think that
There
is?
was a camera in the room, mate.
Right, at the end of the day,
Like in between moves, they're like, yeah, I think that's really good. Should we do one more take?
literally no one's laugh.
It's so sad.
You're just like, are you happy?
Oh yeah, that is.
You happy with
that's the
yourself?
best thing that's ever
Because
happened.
I thought, mate, right, rather,
I'll be proud of you.
I've made a vlog this week, I've made a TikTok this week, and I had really good feelings both those days.
No.
So you're basically mocking me feeling good
Yeah.
and making it gay, which it isn't.
Never said.
So
No one said
you are the one that fucking invites bloody George Clarkey to every fucking video to wank him off.
Not really.
You said you liked
that.
dapping him, which was dodgy.
I had another one of the moments last night actually.
Oh,
Why? What happened?
another dap moment.
No, just some guy was like, "Oh, I hope you're playing a Sidemen chat match." Then we dapped in the gym,
Yes.
and it was in like the spa area, and it just echoed.
Right then. Well, yeah. Anyways,
Are you
so
playing? Sidemen charity match, obviously, that's just
that's been
sold out.
announced. It's been sold out at Wembley Stadium. 90,000 fans.
3 hours.
Who do you think's going to play? Do you reckon you're going to get picked, Malfoy?
Hope so. Hope you get picked.
They're actually workhorses. So that in itself, right? So we've just said the charity match at Wembley. That's enough to sit there and go, fucking hell, we've made it, boys. But then they're doing it inside. And then I filmed Sidemen Reacts with them where they turned over 12 videos in like an hour and a half.
Wait, were you in 12 videos?
No, I was in 4 videos. But they are fucking workhorses, bruv. And it's
Oiled
so
machine.
impressive.
Yeah.
And it's like, they don't have a moment of almost like marveling at what they've done. Like, oh yeah, we've smashed this. Let's just chill, maybe go on holiday. They're just one thing after the other. And it is like, fucking well done.
Mate,
you know
they're
what I
on
mean?
a bullet train.
You did what with a bullet?
They're on a bullet chain, which is well, made, oiled, electric.
What are you
What are you saying?
What is this?
No, if you hear what I'm saying,
Go on.
facts, actually. A bullet train is known for its engineering marvel, right?
You're saying that they're a bullet train.
They're a bullet train that has no destination. They're just riding the bullet train, baby, and it's just never stopping.
You're a freak, mate. Right.
No, wait, but do you think they're obviously? I'm not saying that everything has a shelf life. I think Sidemen is like forever now. Do you know what I mean? People are always going to be interested in that, but they are going to have like a shelf life of where we just don't want to do it anymore? Do you think that's going to come like?
Well,
like
They talk about a lot that they,
well, to be fair, speaking to KSI LGBT, he said that they, he wouldn't mind doing once every 2 weeks as a Sidemen Sunday,
as in,
or
like,
just rather than
coming
doing things that adhere to trying to get views, just what we actually want to do. And it does make sense eventually when they all have families and that's their lives. Surely they're not going to constantly want to be working out all the time doing crazy things.
Well, if you look at the storyline of Top Gear,
Yeah,
that
what's
was a
that,
weekly
mate?
show, wasn't it? I know it was a series which came out.
Yeah, so they're the
again.
breaks.
Yeah, but then
in
they
between.
ended up doing specials every so many months, etc., etc.
Yeah.
That's the route that they will be going down in the future.
Maybe, but do you not think that it's like any footballer or someone that's dedicated their whole life to something, like when you stop and that has been your whole life's purpose, like if they were to now stop, surely they'd get a nice bit of mental health disorders,
Yeah, but
no, because it's true, mate. Like when that's been your whole purpose and then you stop, it's like, I have nothing.
But that's why you have to slowly stop.
Like, look at Tyson Fury. He can't not do boxing.
Well, look at Sir Steve Redgrave.
who?
The rower. He rose. Shut up. With your wanky surfer locks.
Honestly,
Your
embarrassing.
nan's jumper,
One of the most
mate.
successful
Ginger.
great British Olympians
Ginger
of all
wanker.
time.
What
the
Sir
hell?
Steve Redgrave. When he quit
Because
rowing.
I don't know who somebody is.
Go away. Right, what are you saying,
When he
Malfoy?
quit rowing, he couldn't just quit.
No.
It took him 3 years to transition out of rowing.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if he just stopped, he'd get fat.
What?
He was such a trainaholic.
Yes.
If he stopped, he'd just get fat and probably get sad. So it took him 3 years to de-train and
Yeah.
get out of the flow.
Yeah, factual.
Yeah, but there's going to come a point where
You don't even know who he is.
yeah, but he's irrelevant in this. I don't really understand why he brought him
So
up. But
irrelevant.
not in this conversation.
It absolutely isn't irrelevant. It literally makes perfect coincidence.
Yeah, it does. The Sidemen
That makes no
are
sense.
coincidations. They're workhorsing men.
No, yeah, I get it.
And we're going to play in a charity match.
Because realistically, I'm not. But
I would love to. I would actually love to play. I will be real.
can you
I'd
at
love
least get
to.
me tickets so I can come and
Well,
watch?
listen, because it's charity, and obviously you don't like giving to charity.
Wait, that's bullshit. I actually give £3 to the WWF every single month.
Rated R superstar.
No. I adopted an elephant.
You seen it?
Elephant for
You
Ruth.
met your elephant before?
No.
Fake fan.
How do you know that money's going directly to the elephants?
Well, how do you know the Sidemen aren't just pocketing all the money they're getting?
Because they're not.
Right. Well, I'm going to assume that the WWF aren't.
But yeah, it would be good to play in that.
I think you boys will. You
and
definitely
then
will. You probably definitely.
you could come on as a goalkeeper. Now, the thing is, he's probably the best footballer out of all of us now. That's the thing. He plays week in, week
I do
out.
play week in, week out.
He does.
I would kick you in a match if we're not doing one of your set up fake videos.
Yeah, you do fake every video.
crossbar
I'll have
challenges.
you know.
On a
I did a
football
Chris
pitch.
MD video on Tuesday.
And what'd you do with him?
It was 5 hours of sprinting and dribbling
Oh.
against defenders, right? 5 hours on fire. But
Yeah, but did you?
at the end of the day,
I saw your pace.
Arthur,
At Soccer Aid.
No, wait, go on,
I
Theo.
torn a hamstring, you fucking deluded twat.
Go on.
A lot of insults thrown around.
I was speaking to Arthur,
Yeah.
and I didn't actually. I overheard him talking. And he was like, "Man, I honestly couldn't believe how much better at football you were, Theo, than Chris." He said, the level is crazy. I didn't actually understand it. It's because I'm back now, 100%. I can really play football quality. I was rainbow flicking people, everything. It was kind of mad.
Who wins in a sprint, me or you?
Well, me.
You.
Yeah, obviously. But obviously I'm not going to do that because I don't want to tear my hamstring again because I'm not an idiot.
So you don't win.
What are you trying
That's the thing. I think when we actually play a football match, you would just blend in.
Well, then, on the topic of kicking balls at people, we've got some comments.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got viewer questions coming up. Don't you worry. But, boys, last week, people seem to think we finally actually, hit the jackpot in terms of doing waffling as it's meant to be. What do you think about this?
Well, what is Wafflin meant to be?
I think it's meant to be where people actually, have a good time and don't just, cry about themselves the whole time, which I think we successfully, basically, apart from the bit that got edited out, we We basically did that for the first time this series, and people enjoyed it.
I think last
It was
week's
a really good episode.
the last week's episode was the first episode that felt like original waffling. Do you know what I mean?
Do you reckon it's because, like, I don't know, I definitely feel a difference since getting back in the gym.
Oh, you are. You actually look more triangly today. as well.
And I reckon I've got all sorts of hormones that now allow me to actually back myself rather than be a pussy hole. So we're going to...
What you think you were being?
Testosterone
Oh, no, well,
injections.
mate, like in the clip, right, the Chris MD clip when it's like, we were saying about how, I wasn't going to go to the Chris MD video because the day before we did waffling and I broke down and we showed it. If you look at me, like, I look actually malnourished.
Yeah,
and I was like under eating, fasting too much, not training, nothing. And it's mental how that has an effect on your brain. Since getting back in the gym, oh my fuck. It's been the best medicine I've ever tried right now.
It's almost like the doctors now are prescribing that, aren't they? Like gymming and stuff.
But mate, do you feel that you feel a difference from muscle training compared to cardio for how it affects your psyche?
I way prefer cardio for my psyche, which is
See, muscle
opposite
stuff,
to you.
mate, it's crazy. I don't know what it does,
it's
but
because subconsciously you're thinking I can lift. This
no, but
makes
it's
me
not
feel
even
good.
it's
blood flow.
maybe, but it's not an egotistical thing, and it like as in it just I look at myself in the mirror because it's actually just how it makes you feel the days after, and it really ups your sex drive as well. Like fucking hell, I was talking about it with Hussein. Hussein.
What were you?
Hussein's our show producer. He gets rod-ons as well. I'm not the only one. Do you get it?
Well, every boy gets a rod on.
No,
I don't
but
think
when
the
you go gym, it makes you just... Your testosterone is now... I know I keep banging on
Are you
about
that
this.
guy in the gym that just like...
No, I'm not. I'm focused on what I'm doing. I'm talking about afterwards. You definitely notice the difference, and it's just a beautiful thing.
Can I actually ask? We have actually... I think we do actually get a lot of questions about this.
Yeah.
I've never actually asked you this question.
Go on, get your knob out.
What do you actually do in the gym?
What do I do in the gym?
Yeah, because obviously you've been doing it for like, what, 15 years?
What, and in like the space of 2 weeks?
Like, what is your split?
Yeah, because you're a veteran in the gym.
Yeah, because obviously you tried selling a gym plan.
Yeah, what the hell?
Tried. I successfully did that.
Yeah, no, but I know, but I didn't.
But why did it
see what
stop?
was like, what?
What do you mean it stopped? It's just a one-time thing.
Oh.
Well, why did I stop going to the gym? Or why did I...
now?
No, but you don't promote the...
Well, I don't know. It's because it's just sort of... I'm not going to bang on about it constantly. It's not a new product anymore. But ultimately, it still stands. Like, no matter how much people try to introduce this new method, ultimately, like, there's a one way to do it.
Push pull legs.
Well, no, I do. Ultimately, yeah, you just work your muscles and fucking feed your
what is your-
muscles. So I will do a chest and triceps.
Yeah.
Then a leg day that's focused more on the quads.
Squat thing.
Squats and all that. Yeah. And then a back and biceps. And then a deadlift.
Deadlift specific day.
That's then more, so deadlift, hamstrings, maybe shoulders. And then maybe a rest day.
movements.
Yeah.
But can you run in between when you're training legs? Because
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you
Because
can.
staying fueled and all that. Basically,
what the fuck is happening today?
yeah.
If you're going to do a high rocks together, you need to be learning to running on trained and heavy legs. As a footballer yourself.
I play
you
football as well.
You actually do run on trained on heavy legs more than you think, son. You're
No,
actually
I
better
know,
than you think,
but I feel like when I train actual legs, like I'm fucked for like 6 days. Like I feel them. I can't.
It's because you're a wanker. But yeah, the comments, just to actually reference them, they go like this. Sundays are so much better now that this is back. Waffling, that's just a general one.
Yeah, well, I mean, generally, like Sundays are better now we're back. Like,
I mean, we do now get to actually hang out again, which I think is just like,
As in
it's
us
just
three?
nice, isn't it? Well, us three. I
It's-
was talking
well,
about my friend.
Yeah, but I think it's also nice that us three get to hang out together, and it is also like quality, like being back, engaging with fans and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I've always said, like, I'll always reply to DMs and stuff, and I think it's just so nice having that.
I replied to comments.
Huh? Oh yeah, I did get triggered by something, but that's fine.
This one already feels like classic waffling.
Do you know what? And that's what we wanted.
It's because I think it's when we just attack each other,
Yeah, well,
which is a bit mental, really, isn't it?
yeah, but that's what friendship is, I think.
I do enjoy the extremely rare moments where Weller and Theo team up on Luke.
Yeah,
This whole
I saw that.
Do you think that's deserved? Does it ever affect you? Like, are you all right?
No, it doesn't really affect. I feel like,
Mate, don't get upset.
Did you see that hand movement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually fine. That's all right.
Yeah.
Bruce would have you, right?
Embarrassing.
I had an itch.
Right, next up.
No, but-
this
but-
is it.
I feel like I'm getting it a bit unnecessarily this episode.
So this is it, lads. This episode is the silly vibes we're all here for. Felt like old waffling throughout the entire pod. Fuck off. Jokes. That's
So unnecessary.
No, I just feel it also, like, it's amazing, but it's actually quite gutting that, like, people must have thought that I actually ruined, like, the first few episodes back from, like, having actual, like, full-blown issues.
I think we were...
No, but I did, though.
No, you didn't.
I did, and it's mental.
No,
I had serious issues. And isn't it funny, like, people, like, in reality, people actually only want anything to do with you when they can get something from you.
But that's not the truth.
No, but a lot of people did get a lot from you during that period.
Yeah, some people who could relate to it, but if you can't relate to it, it's like, come on, make me laugh. I don't want to hear about your problems. Don't want you to be a human being. Make me laugh right now.
You have to
and at
remember,
that point, I'm just sort of like, well, poof, go away.
Life is like a roller coaster. You know, that goes up and it goes down. And
Yeah,
then
but
it
me
go
and
up.
Elliot do that, and you call us gay.
Right.
You ride roller coasters together.
No, I lift him up and I put him down in a Batista bomb. Anyways. Right, so next up we have this.
Not relevant at all.
Just a quick emphasize before we actually move on. Can you just make sure that you subscribe to us, please? Because we really want to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Don't worry about it.
Featuring what?
I know.
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean? Don't worry about it.
Sally said we're going to hit it.
Oh, what? The psychic medium?
Before Christmas.
You don't worry about subscribing, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. And then also our Reddit.
Yeah.
What are we saying about our Reddit? Luke's going to quickly hit this bit. It's really important, so listen.
Reddit is obviously a really great place for everyone to just get involved with us, right? We're like active on it now. For some reason, it was closed. You had to be approved to like actually post stuff and get in there, but it's all open now. The link will be in the description and just get involved. Like we'll post stuff on there that we want you to put in and just...
Yeah, if you want to either contribute to the show or appear or send stuff for us to react to, because we actually want to like react to your questions and things you send in, that's the place to send it.
And obviously, we do also have the boys at wafflin.co, the email address.
Yeah, to send in questions. But yeah, before we move on to viewer questions, was there anything else that you wankers
Can we talk about what
wanted to get up?
what we spoke about on the train?
Oh, our knobs.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the actors thing.
Yeah, Weller has this weird sort of... He thinks that actors can only play roles that they are... Well, essentially... That is what you said.
I said the actors that get the role, that are the best at that role, often will need to have a streak of what that character entails within them. So, for example, Randy Orton in the WWE could be such an evil character because somewhere within him, he's actually got that. And I feel like the characters that do the best, like the actors, like they're accessing that emotion, that character that they're portraying from somewhere. It's not come from nowhere. Yes, an actor may be able to just put it on, but the ones that I think can really embody the character have got it in them somewhere.
So you
what do you think about this, Malfoy?
I understand the point that you're raising. That I wouldn't choose Randy Orton as the number one like person to like.
No,
talking about actors.
09, Randy Orton was evil, mate.
Yeah, but
Like we all
character.
Yeah, but we all thought he was so believably evil. We hated him, and I think for it to be that believable, surely they've got to have it within them. It's like we looked at this film where there's this older woman who's in a relationship with a younger boy. Is she, like, for her to audition for that role, why is she wanting to embody that character? Is it somewhere within that she's a bit like there?
You could say that about like any kid. Like, why would anyone audition to be Hitler in a film?
Okay, so this is what I said on the train, right? And you've got to hear
Do you know what I mean?
Weller's response, right? So I said, yeah, but people play Nazis. And he was like, yeah, but there were probably some harmless Nazis.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I
that's
said-
exactly
No, I didn't say
what
that.
you said.
What I said is like, yeah, okay, some innocent Nazi in the background, right?
An innocent Nazi.
And then obviously you realise there's no
It's
such
like
thing.
an oxymoron. They just don't
There's
go
no
together.
such thing as an innocent Nazi. I'm not condoning anything to do with that. So don't libelize me. Is that the word? Anyways, what I'm saying though is that if you're portraying like, no, wait. Okay, you can play an innocent character that you're Nazi number 1 and Nazi number 2, right, in the background. You're not really.
you're just dressed up as
you're
a
just
Nazi.
you're just playing. You're dressed as that character. But then there's absolutely being and portraying a certain character. Do you not believe that you've got to have that within you somewhere?
I get what you're saying, but is that not? It's hard because is that not taking away like the incredible talent of certain actors who play these characters? Do you know what I mean? Like,
But it's in like
if you look back and say some of the all-time greatest villains, if you look at have you seen Monsters recently? on Netflix about the twins.
No.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So whether you believe or not about the parents, right? The Spanish actor, what's his name? The Spanish, he's in the Bond villains as well. Very famous villain. He's a villain. You know the guy I'm talking about with the big eyes?
No, but go.
Antonio Banderas.
No, this is not him. But can he producer?
Surely his name's
Monsters,
irrelevant.
it's the Monsters actor, the Spanish guy. Anyways, my point is, he's known for playing villains, right?
Yeah.
And he's absolutely...
Why is he known?
Javier Bardem.
Why is he known for playing villains?
He
Because
has a look about it.
Yeah, because he can go there.
But he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like you can be the nicest guy and all that, but like it's like we all have different thoughts. It's like we choose what we then decide to actually portray. And I feel like some people may have certain...
He played a character that basically abused his children up until they were 19
Yeah, like I just don't think... Like, I just don't think anyone... I don't think anyone random can just play that character. In order to really tap into that, I just feel like you've got to be able to go there.
That headline says, I can't stand violence.
Do you have like a thing inside you that's like a nonce doctor?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Dr. Smith.
Mate, you
is a
literally
nonce
play
doctor.
a nonce doctor.
That's
exactly what you play.
Nah,
You literally...
That's a great
the
point.
exact point you are making.
Okay. Well, that was my second point. Because if you're playing a massive big pedo, right, you've got to really get into the mindset of that. Now, surely you're taking that home with you, as in like, wait, as in, listen, as in, how do you just switch off from that and go home? But you have to get into that mindset. How can you want to get into that mindset and audition for that role?
Because you're getting paid like $10 million.
Yeah, but it's not just money, mate. It's not just money. Like, you can't say everyone's motivation in life is just money.
Because you have to look
actors,
at... I think
not
actors will
just
look at...
actors. That's all they care about, money.
Actors will look at their job. It's not as an acting. It's art.
Yes, I get that. But what? Yeah, but you're still choosing the roles that you're going for. So if you're going for the big noncy weirdo, right? Why can you embody that character so well? And
You're a great actor.
And that's just it. You don't think it plays any, like, there's a reason why does Sydney Sweeney only play sexy girl role?
She doesn't. She doesn't. She does some serious roles as well.
Yes.
You look at Matthew McConaughey, right? He was the rom-com king. All he did was rom-coms. And everyone thought, when he turned down this $14.5 million role for this rom-com, they thought, what is this guy doing? He's an idiot. He's going to ruin his career. And he was like, no, man, I want to be a serious drama actor. I want to show my real side. Yes. Everyone thought he couldn't do it because they'd only ever known one role for him. And what did he go on and do? Dallas Boys Buyers Club, Interstellar. He became one of the best serious actors.
So he's got multiple. It's not like you've only got one alter ego. I'm saying like he's got that side to him. He's also got the other side that you've mentioned. But those two sides are still in him. He's not getting that out of nowhere. That's the point I'm making. It's like in the in-betweeners, Jay Cartwright has probably got a bit of the actor that plays Jay Cartwright has probably got a bit of him just in his actual
I get what you're saying.
Personality. And I just think that it's like if I went in WWE, I reckon I'd need to be an evil character rather than a good guy. Because I reckon I'm very easily hateable.
Really?
Like I can be, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like really, you know what I mean? Like Randy Orton was an amazing evil character because he can go there and he can be hateable.
There are definitely actors that like suit better the roles that they play 100%. Like there's always villain actors, but what about method acting? That's an interesting one, right?
What does that mean?
Method acting is where you take your character home with you and you live as that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying about being the noncy pedo. How are you taking that home with you, mate? I know you could do it, but I don't know about the rest of us.
The ironic thing is that you literally play a noncy pedo in your videos.
Mate, just because my doctor made me take my trousers down loads when I had like a bad elbow or, you know, the sniffles or something, and I just portrayed that scene, doesn't mean that I'm now that guy.
But that's the complete opposite of what you're saying.
But I've experienced it. So this is the other thing. If you've experienced being dealt with by a certain character, maybe you can portray that. Yeah, you can channel that.
For sure.
So it's like Vince McMahon as well. Like he got abused as a child, and now he portrays this almost abusive leadership role in WWE.
Actors, when they cry on camera, it's impressive, right? Crying on cue is impressive.
Yeah.
But what is sad is that for a lot of them, they have to go to somewhere dark.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
must stick with them.
Really stick to them. Yeah, but they're professional artists.
Yeah, but they're still human beings.
I know, but they'll have to separate themselves from the art and
that's what you have to try and do. But you're only human. Yeah. I just think it's all a bit mental. But yeah, mate.
We actually have so many good chats on the train.
We should just get Matthew McConaughey on the show.
Yeah, maybe. Ask
He
him
just
if
did
someone-
Modern Wisdom,
What's that?
like the biggest podcast in the world.
Oh, sorry.
Now, guys, we're going to go for a viewer question.
I bet everyone just thought that was going to be a brand deal.
Yep, and it wasn't, was it? Haha. You never know what's coming next.
We don't get brand deals.
Shut up. No. Yeah, we actually do need some more brand deals. Like, guys, can you... Because did you enjoy the HelloFresh one last week?
I did.
It was fun. It was very just like...
I think that was the best
Hello.
intro to a brand deal we've ever done.
If
Yeah.
you're a brand watching Wafflin right now, get in contact.
Yeah,
with
like-
the boys.
Yeah.
Email.
Please.
The best way to get in contact with us. How
The
else?
boys at wafflin.co.
Yep.
Right, so this one is titled, Am I Making a Mistake? 3, 2, 1. Around 8 months ago, I met this girl at uni. She seemed really nice, and we got on well with each other. A few weeks go by, and I start developing feelings for her. But I was too scared to ask her out on a date. The next week, she goes on a night out, and she ends up shagging my best mate.
Oh, that is the worst.
When I found out, I was initially frustrated, but hashed it out with my best friend. He said he wasn't interested in a relationship with her and apologized. The next day, I met up with her and ended up asking her to be my girlfriend. Despite us not having been on any dates, she said yes, and we've been together 8 months.
What?
Brav, recently I've been thinking about our relationship and I can't get over the fact she slept with my mate. Every time after we've had sex, I can't help but think that my mate has shagged her and it's really affecting my sex drive. This is my first serious relationship and I'm worried that I'm making a mistake and that she's not the one for me, given she had a one-night stand with my mate. And I'm just questioning our whole relationship as we don't have much in common. Should I split up with her,
Yes.
or do you lads have any tips on dealing with these feelings?
Has to go, blood.
Why did you ask her to be? Why do you like her? If you don't have anything in common, what is you
Didn't
just
go on any dates either.
like?
Why she said yes?
Yeah, why she said? Is
Sounds
she?
well primary school.
Yeah, well, primary school. Bearing in mind they're at uni, I reckon she's still shagging blokes.
What?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I understand the one night stand.
That's quite an allegation.
You have to understand the one night stand. She was drunk. She was crazy. It might
No,
happen.
but I don't rate that.
What?
Neither do I. But my point is,
Wait, you don't rate what?
That she's if she's actually into him, being able to like be into a person, but then still go and shag someone else.
He said he hadn't
then you've
told
been on
her.
a date.
Yeah, but
She had no
surely,
idea.
okay, before asking for dates, surely like they must have some sort of rapport.
Oh, what? So because she's spoken to this boy, she's not allowed to do anything else.
No,
Well, that's essential.
didn't. No. It's more of like if she's actually into him in any way, like as in if she's into him and her eyes like she sees it as a potential partner. Surely she's not wanting. She's just not wanting to go and shag someone else.
So you've only ever slept with girls that you've wanted to be.
Incorrect. But what I'm saying is that once if she's actually into this geezer, you know that feeling of like when you're into someone, it's like, oh, I don't actually fancy anyone else. I
yeah.
kind of want to be with this person. If she's not got that feeling,
But I think
Also,
it's
they'll
only
be
been a
18.
couple of weeks, right? They haven't even been on a date.
No, they've
so
been
why is
together
she saying yes to being the
No,
girlfriend, Malfoy?
That's the question. That's exactly what I was going to say next. Why is she saying it? Maybe she felt pressured. Maybe she panicked.
Your eyes are really popping with the blue that you're wearing.
Maybe she felt panic.
You've got stunning eyes.
I know I do.
But they've been together 8 months, right?
How? That's what I'm saying. She's shagging blokes, man.
Not. I
Hey.
think.
Well, if they've been together that long, it must be working. But I mean, clearly he doesn't think
Yeah, but
so.
you got to remember, young love, man. Uni love.
And that's the thing. She's 18, so like...
How do you know she's 18? They're at uni.
Well, okay,
That's
I'm
it.
going to assume they're 18. They've just gone to uni.
They're acting like 18-year-olds.
Yeah, they're actually about 7. I reckon, mate, rather than just instantly split up,
No, do that.
you want to ask, hiya, I've got a few questions, and then just say, say just what's on your mind. Communication,
don't do
right?
that.
Communication solves a lot of things.
Yeah, here's what you do. You go, name 5 things you like about me. If she can't name 5, sack her off.
Name 5 things that you like about Jodie.
3, 2, 1, 1.
I like her little nose in the morning.
Her nose in the morning. What does it do in the morning?
Cut that out, please.
No, don't cut that out. Keep that in.
red.
Why have you got so red? You can't even name anything else. What? Go on.
I'm not doing this on the
No, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, bruv.
got so red.
Yeah, you. What's going on, bruv? Are you okay? Are you okay?
It's a real
What's going on?
What, you like her nose particularly in the morning?
Why?
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
not talking about.
No,
my
that's staying
relationship.
in.
I'm not talking about my relationship.
Five things that you like about your girlfriend. It's not. It's not.
That's
It's not.
really embarrassing.
That's number one.
It's not.
That's really embarrassing.
Come on. After your advice, if you can't name 5 things, sack her off. What's going on, Brav?
No, I'm not doing this on camera because it's intimate. I don't want to do that.
Is it intimate?
It's intimate, yeah.
You can't
I
name
like her
5.
positive energy all the time. So she always looks for the positive in every person. It's never a negative. Yeah.
Okay, 2. We got 3 more.
I don't want to say that.
Why'd you keep pointing to your
No,
neck?
because
Come on,
no,
mate. It's okay.
no. This is embarrassing.
It's a safe space. This is a safe space
She
for
won't
us
want this
all.
on camera.
What, saying what you like about her?
No, because the things I want to say are very specific.
Okay.
That's about it.
Well, so there's nothing that's not specific. Like, I don't know, she's a nice person.
Yeah, but that's boring. You can't just say that.
Yeah, that's also a bit
better than
general.
0. You said 2 things. It's been about 4 minutes
Projecting
now.
right now.
I'm actually not, and you know it.
Yeah, I'm
You're
projecting.
projecting by doing that.
I don't want to talk about this on camera.
Okay,
Malfoy.
2 things. Right. Well then, you like a mole?
No, I didn't say that.
Neither do it. What? Yeah.
What?
Okay. Well then, that's the end of that question. Then I think communication.
So you just think dumper?
You think dumper. You think what? Get a knob out. What do you think?
Oh, I think you should probably. I mean, realistically, I kind of agree with Malfoy, but I think he should communicate with her.
Sitting on the fence. Right.
It's actually
both sides.
Well, you think there's forced hate against you?
Yeah, I do a little bit actually. What I do think
Calm
he should
down,
do
buddy.
is I think he should communicate with her, but the end result is probably going to be just breaking up with her because he's clearly not very into it.
No, it is true. It is true. No, it is true. I'll stop that now. I am projecting.
Yeah.
What? But you're a confident man now.
I'm a confident
why have you
man
got,
now.
Drag me down with you.
No.
Does one gym work out?
No, I just feel good. But on the topic of me being a dickhead,
Yeah.
right? You mentioned last week that I said that I could knock loads of people out.
Can I just say you're either a stonewall liar or you've got 0 memory. So in this one, right, play this out loud because this is either like a Jay Cartwright top 10 moment, or you're like it just. You
Okay,
At
let's
least
play.
you're looking thinner in the face though now.
Yeah, he was
You
bulky
say this
back then.
every episode. It's because I was on the drink back then. You know me and the old drink.
Oh, do you remember Tango? Do you
Guinness
remember them?
Yeah, they fucked us off. They fucked us off. Do you know, right, Takeover Ice Plus, so we had to deal with them, and then, well, not really, but I was pictured with a Cineworld branded slushie, and they cut all ties because of that.
Yeah, and it was on your personal
Yeah.
Instagram, wasn't it? And we obviously only had to deal through Wafflin, which is too
Yeah.
How to not run a company.
Yeah, wank stains. Right, let's play this clip and see if I was lying
won't
about
do them again.
saying that I've never said that I
what do
could
you
not.
think? 'Cause
I thought. Wait. I never said that I could just. I went around knocking people out.
You also said last episode that you were like, I've never knocked anyone out. That's what you said.
I'm so
Oh yeah, I've never knocked anyone out.
And you were like, so I never said that because I've never knocked anyone out. And I offered you a cash bet, which you didn't want to take, but I'll offer it to you again now if you want to.
Roll the clip.
Let's just go to VAR.
I'll
now.
pay you double.
Roll the
It
clip,
got to
son.
the point where every single night out I'd go on, I just have these geezers like giving me shit as though because I like lost a boxing fight.
Yeah.
Yet like realistically, if someone anyone laid a finger on you, mate, like you're getting fucked. And it started to grate on me. I was just like, oh, you think I can't fight? You think I'm a pussy? Yeah. So like people would start at me and keep on. I'd start knocking them out. Oh, it happened a couple of times, three or 4 times, and it was just like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't like that's dickhead moves, but it just was like it gets to a point, and bam, bam, and
Oh no! No, that's so embarrassing.
So what was it?
Oh, no.
Were you
Fuck! It's so embarrassing.
were you lying then or were you lying last week?
No, I was like, I didn't realise I said that. Because that's just not who I am, bro.
But one of them is a lie. That's either a lie or last week is a lie.
On nights out back then, there would be people, I would throw hands.
You wouldn't though. I guarantee you what you did was go away.
No, I did. I did. No, I got into some
I'm
bother.
not sure to see another guy, mate.
No, I did get into some bother.
I remember.
And I dealt with it in a way. I dealt with it in a way that I'm not proud of, and hence why my brain has gotten rid of those memories because it doesn't want to think about it.
I actually remember the reason I think that conversation. The reason that conversation came up is because I got a text at the time from my brother.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Because one of his mates had, I think, been out on that night and said like,
he's been on the rip
but that night, someone started on my friend, and two of them were trying to hurt him bad. So I just fucking stepped in, didn't I? No, but yeah.
Don't you know my record?
I beat you.
Oh, real hard.
You cocksack.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that anyway, because you were really up on your like moral high horse last week.
Luke, can I
yeah.
ask, how was that found, that clip? Did you do the research?
No,
Of
that
course
was
he
Reddit.
did.
It got sent in on Reddit.
Wanking over
Yeah.
it.
That's incredible, by
So
the way.
thanks, guys.
No
VAR
worries.
confirmed
But speaking of fighting, obviously, like I know it's basically old news now, but like
What happened last week?
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul
Fixed.
fixed.
Have you seen the clip of Mike not throwing the over or like the right hook?
No, yeah,
Definitely clauses in the contract.
no,
You don't think it was fixed?
no.
The Oracle.
No. I think Mike would he was doing the best he could. His style, mate, trying to get like close up to Jake Paul, he just hasn't got the athleticism anymore. And that's why he was like his best when he was like 18, because his whole style is based on closing that distance and being an explosive athlete. He just can't do that.
Surely there was like a clause with like you can't knock each other out.
No.
It looked like also Jake could have finished.
Yeah, but I just think
multiple
Jake.
times.
There's an element of
Respect.
Jake, like the way he was respecting him. The second that final bell went, like to instantly respect Mike like that. I feel like in the back of his mind, even though he's trying to win, he's probably like he's not actually wanting to damage this guy.
I think Jake realized if he knocked Mike Tyson out, that it would be the end of Jake Paul.
Is Jake
It
that
would
sort of person?
No, but
I just think-
don't think that would be anything. Any positive no positive would come from that.
I mean, no
You
one
see what
is
I'm saying?
ever going to respect you for knocking out a granddad.
No,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? And like, even if that granddad is Mike
it was
Tyson.
just sad to watch, to be honest. Like I was, just
First round though, he came out, and I actually thought, fucking hell, Mike looks.
yeah. But
How'd
But
your
have
prediction go?
you seen? Yeah, it didn't go well. But have you seen this? I still think it's rigged. Have you seen the clip where?
you've never stepped in the ring.
Well, yeah.
So you just think you're
So
just
I'm
like
not
one of
allowed to
these
have an opinion
Twitter
on it.
bots, right? That basically just like look at a slowed down wanky video.
Mike literally pulls his hand back.
Yeah, because it's like, oh no, I'm not close. No, he's like not close enough. If I throw that,
could have landed.
if he throws that punch properly, he wasn't close enough to land. He wasn't. So he's pulling that shot before committing to it because he's open if he does throw that shot.
And then you
Boxers pull punches all
think,
the
you
time.
think Jake then didn't knock Mike Tyson out because he was showing him respect?
No, he was trying, but I think towards the end of the fight, he didn't press down on the pedal when he could have. He was still trying. If it happened, it would happen. But I don't think come like the last round, he was giving it everything. And I think there's in the back of his mind, it's, I do respect this guy, like fair play. That's what I think. I don't think it was rigged.
How do you think he'd fare against a Floyd Mayweather?
Who?
Jake.
Tyson or Jake? He's a lot.
Fought him.
It's a lot heavier. If Jake connects on Mayweather is out. But it's just whether like Mayweather is quick enough and slick enough still to evade any of that.
So who does he fight?
What Jake? He needs to go against someone his own age now. Like he just fucking has to. It's boxing is about a level playing field. Like the same weight, the same ability ish. Taking on each other. I know you have journeymen and whatnot, but it's not meant to be like this completely unlevel playing field. But the sad thing is that money dictates so much in that fucking sport. And where like a lot of these guys come from, realistically nothing, when the fucking these retired boxers that now they have a big legacy, they have a big name, but they may not have as much, money as they did in their heyday, 20 million gets put down. They're saying yes.
Yeah.
They just are. And it's so sad that like, almost Jake Paul is a bit of a machine now in that he's the cash cow. He's the one that can bring that money.
But he's also we'll touch on who I think he should fight in a second, but he's actually doing a lot of good for the sport of boxing, especially women's boxing. What he did for Serrano and Katie Taylor is
But
first two female boxers to get over £1 million.
But I was actually listening to TalkSport about this, and the guy that was on whatever, like phone him, was saying that, well, realistically, they should be the headline event.
Yeah, but they're not selling the tickets. The headline event isn't based on skill, sadly. The headline event.
So that's where the argument
But they were
is he
co-main
ruining
event.
boxing?
They were co-main event.
Yeah, but they weren't really.
Yeah, but
It's like, yeah, but you get
also an unreal
this is the
fight.
thing, you get big pay-per-views that aren't just between the two pound for pound best fighters.
If it's a proper
selling.
boxing event, it is.
It's an entertainment event. That's the thing.
Still
But
Mike
the sad
Tyson.
thing is that like generally in sport, the highest entertainment correlates to the highest skill.
Yeah.
In fighting, it's not always the case. It's the story. It's not necessarily the skill. Like that's why influencer boxing is a thing. They're not paying for
The story is normally attached to the success, though. Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes it's the
Not
bad
always the
blood.
case.
Sometimes it's just people
Luke,
wanting to see a rivalry
to combat
take place.
That argument for that guy who phoned in is Mike Tyson still surely like one of the biggest names in boxing. He has to be main.
Well, he's
event.
one of the biggest ever, but
see
still,
what I
like,
mean? Like,
watching
it's Mike
watching a
fucking Tyson.
58-year-old man fight. Like,
I know
it wasn't like you weren't watching that and being
No,
like,
I
oh
get
wow,
that.
this
I do
is
get that.
amazing.
Co-main event, but it's still Mike Tyson.
He was
Yeah,
like-
yeah. That was never like that's always going to be the main event, isn't it?
And
It's-
obviously,
you know.
it was the most viewed fight ever. Am I right in terms of like?
Was it? I mean,
Well,
look what-
mate-
Apparently, it
look
had
what that does for women's
250
boxing as
million
well.
views. Viewers.
Do you know what I mean? Like that Katie Taylor Serrano fight was insane.
Oh, her eye.
Oh,
It is. It's nuts.
even the first
And
one was
it was
unreal as
also
well.
the highest grossing like ticketed event outside of Las Vegas, like
Really?
boxing match ever.
Like it is nuts.
Where'd you
But
go
what it
from that,
was, like that's where it just shows like marketing is actually like it's got to be like 90% of what business actually is. Selling people a dream rather than actually giving them any sort of dream is like how you actually make money.
Well, because you
Obviously.
could essentially the product was that fight, and the fight was shit.
Yeah, but they sold it. They
everything
made everyone
around-
believe, and it's like it's crazy how that can be so impactful and effective.
Butterfly effect, eh?
But mate, when people post that shit, like as in where it started, me and you in that shitty gym. Not shitty, it's a great gym.
Imagine we'd-
Underground Gym New Haven. If you want to go, beautiful place.
Imagine we'd done
let
it
you
with
in
the
for
big
free as
boxing
well.
gloves.
Yeah, I didn't mean shit out. It's a lovely place. I just say that, but I say that about my own house.
Yeah. Imagine we'd done it
anyways.
with big gloves on the football pitch.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
Whose idea was that? What? So you
No,
wanted to
not
do
big gloves
on a football pitch?
No, at first I was like,
It's more of
rather
a
than
piss-taking.
doing it in a ring,
Yeah.
we were going to just do it up the Astro. But then, that gym, Underground Gym New Haven, was opening,
Yeah.
and we were like, let's do it there. And then, it's just mental.
Was it Hever Castle? No. Arundel Castle? No.
What are you on
Last we
about?
filmed at the promo?
Oh, Pevensey Castle.
Pevensey Castle.
Yeah, like I just find it mental that how certain things can change the whole of like history. Like how many things?
It's like Julius Caesar and Augusta.
Yeah, like if one little thing didn't happen, we might not have sliced bread right now.
Yeah.
It's like shit like that.
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it
It's
is
like
mad.
the butterfly effect kicks ass.
It does. It really does.
But a lot of boxing purists do blame you for the downfall of the sport.
They can do that, but
Growing the
realistically,
sport. Yeah.
but,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but there are two ways to look at it.
what?
Well, like you could say that, like essentially, influencer boxing makes a mockery of the sport. You know, you've got a young.
Well, then
Does
the
it
sport, the sport, like
this is not my
Does,
opinion.
does it
I
not
know.
increase the amount of youth
you
that
can't.
is getting
It's
brought
like
to the
it's
sport?
like creating a product and getting angry that like someone else has created a product similar. It's like if they're doing better than you, mate, like do better. Like it's not like, you know what I mean? It's like I get livid when it's just a bit like these people shouldn't be allowed to do this because we are only allowed to do it. It's like you can't blame them for being good or like
giving
selling
something else a
tickets.
try.
It's like it's the idea of the pure version of the sport and the hardworking professional version is what does best. But unfortunately, you can't control the way things go.
And there's so many more kids doing boxing now. Like,
Yeah,
surely that's
there
what
is.
people want. They want it to last forever.
Look.
So who does he fight next?
Jake Paul,
KSI or Tommy Fury?
KSI, obviously.
Or do they meet in the middle?
What,
Do they one
that's
go
who
up,
you
one go
want
down?
him
I
to
would
fight.
Jake
He's
Paul
not
versus
going
KSI, but I can't see it happening. I will say as well, Jake Paul does look like he's on steroids a bit more now, like with the puffy face and the red acne and all this, and being very built. I'm like, fucking hell, that wasn't there before. Like, I feel like there may be
But he does.
Did he
do
get
magic.
tested for this fight?
probably, but
He did do.
if they're sanctioning that fight though, I can't imagine what the bloody testing's like. Like allowing that fight to actually happen.
Yeah, true.
Well, you know what I mean?
Have you seen when he talks about him doing? What is the thing you did?
What?
What's the trip thing you did?
Mushrooms?
No, the other thing.
Sandwiches?
No, the LSD or something. What's it called?
I haven't done LSD. Ayahuasca?
He did ayahuasca.
I haven't done that.
He did that.
Well, Jake did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in his trip, he saw himself fighting Mike Tyson. Then he messaged Mike Tyson like the next day, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'd love to do that. Let's do it."
Yeah.
And that's how it happened from his trip.
Wow.
And now he does grounding and like breathing stuff.
Yeah, it's a bit like you. You've got that grounding bed sheet that you.
Oh yeah, mate. I don't know if that was keeping me awake at night. To be fair, like I don't know.
Electricity running through you constantly.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool idea, like earthing, like laying on the ground, like actually, like
go outside.
It's meant to ease you, but obviously it's 0 degrees outside, so I'm not going to sleep on the ground. But
you just spend 10 minutes.
yeah, I know, but I had a bed sheet that actually like charged me up and did that. But I don't know, it was keeping. I was staying awake all night, so I bunned it off.
I wonder why.
But yeah, should we get on to another question, you big wankers?
Yeah.
All right, then let's do it, man. This one is titled, I Haven't Lived Properly.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Hi, lads. Big fan of their show. And watched Joe and Theo growing up. Luke is a wanker. Doesn't say that. Thank you for the entertainment for the past 10 years. I'm 24 years old, doing well in my career, drive a brand new BMW, have my own gym, good camera equipment, and money to put towards a deposit on a house as I currently live with my parents.
That's it.
So far, he's just showing off.
No, that's respect.
Tosser. Jokes,
Absolutely.
nah, he's a nice guy, kind of.
Kind of.
I have been working full time since the age of 16. What is he going on about?
Got a Rolex.
I'm eating it's just like, okay, buddy. A week after completing my GCSEs,
All A's.
oh yeah, never wasted money or time. I am amazing. No, I have spent the last 7 years knuckling down, but at the cost of not having a social life. I have never been on a night out or had a girlfriend, as I do not drink or have not met people or women that have the same values as I do, and I'm starting to have FOMO. Okay. I have been on dating apps for 1.5 years now. Eaten 3.5 sandwiches this week. And only had one conversation with a girl and got ghosted, lol.
Can't be right. You own a gym.
What?
Oh, he means on the dating apps.
Oh.
I am not religious. But I carry Christian values. And so far, all the women don't want long-term relationships or even meet up for a coffee. I have more things from my hard work. I have more things from my hard work than others, but feel I have missed out on a lot on...
Lads, holidays, connections, and memories.
I have no photos of myself at places or doing things. I currently do not adventure out in my spare time and feel I'm wasting my 20s. Have no passport since 2015 and nothing that interests me apart from my work. So my question to you is this. Do I drop my beliefs and get involved with the crowd and wing it to get lucky, or continue to do what I do and be alone? Now, I relate to this gentleman.
How?
Me, when I was on the come up, about between the age of 16 to like 20, I didn't really go out much. I didn't really like socialize a lot.
Yes, you did.
No, I'd come on nights out sometimes.
You went to Zante with us.
Yeah, but I sort of realized that wasn't for me. I cried in Zante because I was like felt so left out.
I cried as well.
I didn't feel like I fitted in.
When
right?
did you cry?
In my room by myself. Right? Why are you laughing? I literally didn't feel like I fitted in what the normal crowd were doing. And I was really gassed up by the idea of pursuing this career. And I just fucking went for it. And all I'd say to you, gentlemen, is like, if it does actually feel good to be pursuing this thing, then there's nothing wrong with that. Putting all your eggs in that basket, go and ghost. Not feeling like, oh, I need to have a woman on my LAN, or need to have this that everyone else seems to be doing. It's like, if you feel like you want to just commit to this one thing, don't compare yourself to others and feel like I need to do what everyone else is doing.
It sounds to me, I completely get that, right? And he should definitely, if he's happy, right? But
Yeah.
Sounds like he's not.
he's a virgin.
Yeah, but so are you, mate.
And he's not talked to any
Is he
women.
a virgin?
Are
He's
you
never talked
do
to a
you
girl.
no, okay.
No.
He's never talked to
He
a
said
woman.
on dating apps, he's only had one person speak to him and she ghosted him.
Just go in real
He
life.
said he's never gone out. He don't have a passport and stuff like. He's obviously just like, he puts all his eggs right now are in one basket.
I mean, the fact he's got a gym and still lives at home is confusing.
Yeah, but he should be. Is he confident?
What would you
he
do?
lacking
Because obviously, like, you've managed to find a girl. What did you do to turn it around?
What do you mean turn what around?
Like, as in, how did you get a girl?
Good management.
How did you get a girl to give you the time of day?
Got a lot of money.
Did you get money? If you were a binman, no, binmen's are lovely men.
literally funny as
No, I'm not shitting on bin
You are
men.
funny. You're
I
a
actually
charming
like them.
acting.
No,
Your nickname for him is Bin Man Martin.
Yeah, but that's a compliment.
Is it?
Yes. But yeah, so how did you
guy-
turn it around, Theo?
I'm funny and cool.
I do.
We were speaking about this. You can, if you make someone laugh, you can actually get them to do anything.
Or
No, mate, listen to this. Like, Trump makes people laugh. That's why people, more than anything.
sorry, that's the number one.
If you can
example.
laugh, you can laugh a girl into bed, for example. If you give someone the good feeling of laughing, they warm to you.
Trump doesn't make people laugh. Like we laugh at him because of his stupidity.
No, he makes people laugh. He's a comedian.
It makes people likable.
Like, yeah, because if you make someone laugh, you are giving them good feelings. You do that. You make people laugh. Do you reckon you laughed your girl into giving you the time of day?
Very purdy. Was that something funny? It was funny and cool, man. Now work out and do.
Why do you think your girl picked you? What do you
Yeah,
think?
but the problem is, if you frame this in a way where you sound like genuinely confused.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering. If your girlfriend, right, had to
can't
sit,
comprehend
had to
Your
sit
girl
here,
pick you.
because I am a nice gentleman. I have good values. I make her laugh. We relate to each other. I am fatherly, right? I dress lovely. Listen, cock, you cock man. Listen to me. Fatherly? Yeah, I'm a father. Listen, why do you think if your girlfriend had to sit here and say, this is why I like Theo, what would she say?
Funny, outgoing, very yellow.
Copying my ideas.
What?
Go.
You're not funny.
No, I listed that as a potentiality of why my girl picked me. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm funny. I'm cool.
Oh, you
I'm
think you're
YOLO.
funny, yeah. What does yellow mean?
YOLO.
Oh, okay.
I'm spontaneous. That's quite a good.
Are you?
Yeah, quite spontaneous.
All right.
Are you?
Probably less spontaneous, I would say.
What
I-
else?
I don't know. Ask
He,
me.
he's quite a charming young man, I think.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool. Pretty funny.
If you were a girl,
I'm also
Yeah,
very
what
kind.
do you see in Theo?
I'm very kind.
I think Theo is,
I put other people in front of myself.
he is nice
I think of others.
and he does sport.
That's why you're with him.
He's nice and does sport. He kicks good football.
And he
Scores
wears
good goals.
hats. Look at the hat.
I'll tell you what, though, a lot of women find a bald head sexy.
Yeah.
Literally not even bald.
No, but you
No.
should be. So that's good. Wait, what are we going on about?
This guy needs to just like go out there and sack off some of
Yeah,
them.
do you
I
know
don't
what-
understand what his values are. What is his values?
Well, so-
because
firstly, I think the reason he's probably not getting much luck on dating profiles is
too
because
rigid.
you can imagine what it's like. Like, you can tell he's got watch out, wearing a
Yeah,
suit.
you look like a cock, mate. Basically, right? We got to think about
They are
cavemen.
judging you.
We got to. You got to think about it like a caveman, right? You wouldn't be on a screen linking yell or Niash,
You
right?
hate him sometimes.
Why? But real life is what it's all about. So you need to have real life interaction. Get off the dating apps.
He's in
It's
a
not
gym.
real life.
has-
So if you're in a gym, to be fair though, you don't like. I wouldn't ever approach back in the day ever
he's the owner.
anyone.
of it.
I've never approached anyone at a gym throughout my
Owner
entire
of
life
said
Nah.
gym.
because
Nah, man.
everyone's in their own zone at the gym. I don't know,
But I think
I
this-
do think somehow approaching. The thing is, it's like if it's someone's meant for you, surely you just get this drive to actually go up to them. Like if you see them, you can't resist, but just walking over there and just saying, "Hi, what's your name?"
My name's Joe.
And then they
don't
say,
believe you,
"My name is."
The thing is, I think the screen thing's relevant because I feel like his life sounds like he's just succumbed to the pressure of like, you have to make it in your 20s, which like you see plastered all over social media nowadays. Like you got to grind.
Yeah.
And like he's just done that at the expense of having any fun. He's just said he's created no memories, doesn't go away with the boys, hasn't even got a fucking passport.
Does he have friends?
Get out and about, mate.
I
I'd
don't
say
know.
try some solo traveling because, like, when I.
I don't think he needs that though.
Just
he
do
needs
something with
No,
your
but mate, you
house,
start
mate.
solo and then you meet people along the way. What I'd say you've got to do is something different. If you just do the same thing and expect a different outcome, what's that called, Malfoy? 3, 2, 1.
insanity.
There you go, you big
What he
knob
should-
cheese.
What you should do is, first of all, get a passport. Second of all, no, legit, get a passport, mate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't travel. Second of all, continue on these dating apps if you want. Ask to go for more coffees. He said he's tried it once and he got rejected. Like you shouldn't
Yeah.
let one person tell you can't do anything. Keep
So
going.
facts.
Also, text your friends. Say, hey guys, do you want to go on a ski trip or something like that? Like something which is a core group of buddies, a lad's holiday. Just do it. You're 24. You're not old. You're very young, actually. Very, very young. Go to Ibiza. And there you go, fixed.
Yeah, I think he just needs to actually just enjoy life a little bit.
He sounds very serious. You can tell by his email, it's very serious. 1.5 years, I've got this, I've got that. He probably meal preps, like, by the gram. Probably does. Just like, have a donut. No, he fucking does.
Have a donut,
Get
mate.
a Domino's. Like, enjoy life.
Would you? Okay, so this is a little point. Would you rather have wealth or memories? So be a little poor man, but you got all these good. Wait, what?
He's so out of touch.
Would you? Wait.
Do you know what? This
How's that out of time? How is that out of time?
Would you rather be a little poor man?
Do you not find this subject quite interesting, right? Because it's always like the really wealthy actors or whatever, like, oh yeah, I'd be so happy if I didn't have if I was just had the same friends and stuff. But it's funny because you're saying this in a position of privilege. So it's a lot easier to say as like a really famous rich actor that I'd still be this happy if I didn't have all this
People
money.
that say money doesn't matter,
Of course it matters.
are completely out of touch, right? Because
very true.
money has put so much stress on people's lives. I'm not saying living in like absolute riches is essential, but you need enough money to take the external stresses that not having money has on your life
100%.
to be able to enjoy it. And I think you've got to strike the balance between like making memories and ensuring that you haven't got all this pressure of like the financial pressure that just generally comes with living.
Yeah.
So factual. That is a really good point.
But
Wait, I agree.
But you felt that as well, like
I've
because
been
you've
poor
had like,
man.
a lot of money and then had not a lot of money.
I've been a poor man.
Stop saying
What,
that.
mate? I nearly had to sell my house. I had zero.
I remember in Norway, actually.
I've been there, bro.
Yeah, the
From
Norway
having-
one was mad.
Norway
From
was
on
crazy.
paper having loads of money to then literally not having it. Yeah, and the stress that brings when like you've got all these outgoings as well, and it's like, mate, I'm literally going to go under. It's the worst fucking miserable feeling. Yeah.
The Norway trip.
What was the Norway? What
we went to
happened?
Norway.
Well, I was like, boys, I can't even
I
buy
had to pay
anything.
for lunch and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because that was when I was at uni. Well, I would have been first year. I literally had fuck all, but I had more money in my bank account than you.
Yeah, mate, I was fucked, bruv. And it's like, yeah.
It does show even when you hit rock bottom, you can not always because
Oh, mate, I'm
But
fortunate
you know what,
enough to
fuck.
have the opportunity
Yeah, like
to
there's
be able to earn.
there are routes
Yeah.
that you can do certain things to get back.
But like
Well.
in relation to that question of like memories of wealth,
You need to let loose a little bit, I
And-
think.
also like just never take advice off someone that has loads of money and doesn't have to worry about like ordinary things.
Yeah. But what if it's someone that came from nothing?
I think then it's a bit different. But I feel like still like
It's not about where
can
you end
easily-
up, man. It's about the
But
journey.
you can easily become out of touch. I feel like if you spent a
Yeah,
few
so
years with
true.
loads of money, it's so easy. to feel
YouTubers
like-
are all out of touch.
Do you think that?
I would
to
say.
a certain extent. Yeah.
Look at Theo.
I mean, you have like unbelievable
Look at
like.
Theo's watch.
No, but it's even things like.
What's he wearing?
Do you know what it's like? It's genuinely, it's even things like, I'll get a line bike, or I'll get like you don't have to worry about line bikes are expensive.
Yeah, and like even,
That's actually true, right? It's like you don't have to worry about tapping in on the tube.
yeah, you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about like
yeah.
oh,
Oh, I might have to get a bus instead of the tube. You don't have to. You don't have to worry about that decision.
Haven't got time to make dinner. I'll just fucking cop something. I'll
Yeah.
just order something.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's
That,
little things
that is
like
such
that-
a privilege that
It
people
is,
don't realize.
Yeah, it really is, and you forget about that, and that's why. Actually, something I was thinking about the other day. No, I was actually on. I can't remember. I was on a run. You know when you like have weird thoughts. I was like, "Fuck, man! I really should start doing the whole." I used to take the piss out of Reeve all the time,
Yeah.
deservedly, but he does a lot of times. He writes down what he's thankful for.
Yeah, being gratitude, man. That's the
Gratitude,
highest
practicing
frequency you can
That-
operate
that's
at, man.
Highest frequency you can operate.
Yeah, gratitude.
And I was
So
like,
lowest ones are like guilt and shame. And that's where you are.
and what frequency do I need to tune into?
So love,
It's not a radio station.
love,
No, it is, mate.
love, gratitude.
Yeah, so I'm
So operate with love. Everything you do it. If I was to think with my heart right now, I'm love. What would I do? And you'll probably make the best decisions.
Yeah.
And then be grateful for what you do
100%,
encounter.
man. So I'm going to start writing down everything I'm well, not like, I'm going to say one grateful thing every day.
Yeah, like what are you grateful
yeah,
for
so-
in this room right now?
What was I grateful for today? Not necessarily in this
Not
room.
today,
but the
in
first thing that
in
comes
this room,
yeah.
in front of you.
My friends.
Most specifically.
Me.
Look,
No, genuinely, what I'm grateful for is it sounds so pathetic, but I had a coffee this morning at home in my Nespresso machine. Then when I got here, I just went to the shop next door and got a cappuccino. I was like, fuck. I was grateful that I could get a nice cappuccino like this.
Do you not go to the nice little authentic stall by the?
I go to the authentic one down the road and I got like milk chocolate poured on it.
Oh, that's good.
And they sent my card, and I was like, I'm grateful I could do this.
What are you grateful?
Paid like £4 for a coffee. That's quite a big thing to be grateful.
I'm grateful.
It's also stupid, but
I'm grateful that I could come and hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Because you're both weird.
Thanks.
You are weird.
he's not weird. He's so
Boring fucker.
normal.
No, you're more normal. You're level-headed, man.
Yeah. But you do always think that like I'm just always like that.
You are.
Miserable
That's what you
cunt.
tell us because you never open up to us. You say I'm always.
Yeah,
normal,
you're a
always.
sad little man.
Have you been sad?
Do you know what? Maybe I just operate on that gratitude frequency.
Do you?
Yeah, because
Or do you have Lewis Hamilton as your phone background? Fucking, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I was going to say.
to be fair, right?
Do you actually?
He does, mate.
No, you don't.
He doesn't have his missus. He doesn't have his little dog.
Oh, the picture that. Wait, we'll get onto that. But just to confirm, it's not a picture of Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, it's
not
like
a
him with his
portrait.
top off.
It's him.
Do you want to see
I'm
my
gonna
background?
It's him driving Ayrton Senna's McLaren.
Because you love him and you fancy him.
Yeah,
a
anyways.
My background.
Well,
What-
that's good. What's that?
Yeah, bet you want to know what that is,
That's
buddy.
the
don't you?
Earth,
Do you
innit?
know what this is?
The Earth.
No, do you know where it is though?
Space.
Wow, you're gonna love this shit.
All right.
There I was in Dublin. I was in Dublin, right?
What the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Planet Earth.
No,
Oh, it's in a
but
building.
you don't know where it is, mate.
Right, launch here.
It's in a building. That's not space behind it.
It's not space.
It looked like it from afar.
Okay. So it's Planet Earth inside a cathedral.
Almost. It's in Trinity College in Dublin, and this is in a library which has books that are up to like 2,000 years old. And I saw a book called the Book of Kells. Kells, that was 1,700 years old.
Wow, that is pretty impressive.
Don't even start. If you saw that in real life, you think, rah, that's mad.
Wait, but what was in it? Like, did you read it?
No, I couldn't.
Wait, so why is it your phone
Oh, I
background?
can't read.
So I thought it was like a really cool photo that I took.
You've just got pictures of you and your girlfriend, but you've done a bit of a weird thing because it's currently what's the date? Oh, it's the 21st.
What, we did nice
it's
little
the-
Christmas.
It's the 21st of November. He's whacked all the decks up and now he's done a photo shoot of his.
Oh, hooray.
Mate, no, you've got your
you got the
decorations up
decks
as
up?
well. Because the thing is then you get to enjoy it for 2 months.
Do you know what,
No,
mate?
but it ruins
Do you know?
it.
No.
Why does
shut
it?
the fuck
Get your
shut
cock
the
out!
fuck up,
Get it out!
Why are you
you
not
know
putting
what
them up
happened,
in
right?
July?
What,
then?
Malfoy?
The other day, we were like, fuck it. Let's just whack them up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why if we did it.
Why?
Oh, what, we're going to wait till the 1st of December? No, we're not boring, mate.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry for having a bit of fun.
So
sorry
what-
for playing Christmas songs. God, shoot me for being a fucking killjoy. Jesus, mate.
Yeah.
Why do you wait till November then? Why
You
don't they go on
really
It's a
in
are.
August?
month away.
Yeah.
Instead of this bleak weather meaning nothing, now
Yeah.
it means Christmas.
Yeah, now we can have the lights on. It gets dark at 4 o'clock. We're going to sit in a dingy, dark house.
Yeah,
No,
go and
Christmas lights.
Did you do a photo shoot with matching pajamas?
Not a photo shoot, we took a picky.
I wasn't speaking
We
to
did
you.
a time lapse.
He did a time lapse.
What, of putting it up?
And he did a
But
vlog.
did you wear matching pajamas?
No.
Would
Well,
you,
we didn't
though?
wear our Christmas pajamas.
Yeah, exactly, Malfoy's friend.
Yeah, sorry for having fun. God forbid for being in love.
Yeah.
What are you two going to do? Fucking like
Wank
wear
off Lewis Hamilton.
grey t-shirts and grey jogging bottoms.
That is what they do.
Horrible. Tinsel. But you're going to listen to like Oasis when you put the tree up, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're just waiting until the 1st of December.
Boring.
Dickhead.
Boring.
Right.
I'm also away for half of December.
Actually, just not coming back.
No, don't. But
Anyways.
if you do want to look at my new TikTok, it's
It's
gonna
a shameless plug.
it's gonna be out and it's Christmas themed. So you can rate my decorations and it'll be out December 1st.
Yeah.
My first one.
Wait, so why are you waiting till December the 1st for a Christmas TikTok, but it's fine to put the decorations?
Because that's when it officially begins. But all the hardcore fans
Yeah, we're pre.
that are pre-coming for Christmas,
We are.
we get them up earlier.
We get it up.
Right.
So there you go. All right, next up, upside again. We've got a gentleman on next week, and his name is A. That's his first name, and then his last name is B.
Do you know his real name?
Alfie.
Alfie.
Aldred? No, was it?
It's Alfie, yeah.
Okay, Alfie
What's his surname?
Buddle?
Bum.
Bottle.
Buddle? Pathetic?
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. But he's on next week, and then we're going to talk to him.
Yeah, we're going to talk.
But secretly, he's coming in a minute, and we're actually going to film it now. That's how it works around here.
That is how it works.
Anyways, if you've enjoyed us, if you love this, we should actually make our own water. What do you think about that? Because you know, like Buxton, and they didn't want anything to do with me. We should make our own water that's charged with really good energy. So we bathe it in Moldavite,
Oh.
and then we sell it with love and put our hearts into it, and then we sell it.
Water drip is just partnered with the USC.
You're a drip.
Yeah.
So if you would buy our water, let us know. Well,
We call it mouldy water.
No, we call it well water. So it's like from the well, but it's weller.
So it's all about you.
I think mouldy water is better.
I'll be the face, and then I'll do this,
Baker's beer water.
and then we get smashed on it.
Do you mean
Right, anyways, we're chatting pure shit now. If you like us, please leave a like rating. If you want to see us again, let us know. That was cool.
That was cool.
And until next time,
Oh.
see ya.